You know, I'm a parent, and the most special time for our family is when we eat dinner. I wanted to take the traditions of my family and bring them into a daily practice for all of us to just really share with each other. And so I'll share with you a game that really has had some impact for my children. One of them, of course, is the high-low game. You may or may not have heard of that. It's where we go around the table and we talk about the low of our day, the one thing we wish we could have changed. It's a great time to listen to your children because they're going to share with you the things that were happening at school and what other kids are doing either to them or saying to them. So it's a really awesome opportunity to listen. So we go around, we talk about lows, and then we all go around and we want to end with the high. What was the one thing that was the greatest part of your day and was the biggest accomplishment? That's one game. A lot of fun. You're going to learn a great deal about your children. The game that really was a wow, that just shocked me one day, is we went around the table and we call it the goal game because we want our children to dream and we want them to listen and have great goals in their life. So we basically, the first time we did it is we said we're going to play the goal game, and of course the kids go, what's that? And I said, well, we're going to set a goal, and a goal can either be tomorrow or it can be a life goal. You know, do you want to have kids? Do you want to have a house? But we want them dreaming because you'll live into your dreams. So we go around the table, and I do the example, and I said, well, my goal is we go on a family vacation, and here's where we'd like to go. And my husband said his goal, and my young son, he said his goal. And then the next, my little boy, he's 4 or 5 years old at the time, and he says, my goal is we have dinner like this every night. Talk about knock me over. Man, you're going to learn so much, and it gets your kids dreaming. So I encourage you to try that with your kids tonight. The next thing is we have the spelling game. So if you have young children and you really want to reinforce the learning process, and you can do this with animals, you can do it with food, you can do it with cars, but basically it works like this. Somebody starts, I'll say tiger, and my children are actually processing how do you spell it, and they, of course, they know it ends with the R. So the next child has to say an animal that begins with the R letter, being rat, for instance. The next child says something that ends with T, or begins with T. For instance, you can say turtle. Well, turtle ends with E. Then you go to the next one. Just for your reference, the E is the hardest one of all the animals. So have fun with that game, and you can do it with food, and by the way, E in food is really difficult as well. So those are a few games that we play, and that really are another favorite, by the way, I got to tell you, is the laughing game. You know, life is so serious, and our kids are in the middle of all of the pressures of the world as we are, and we always play the laughing game. And it's really interesting because every time my children bring any of their friends over, that's the first game they want to play. And this is how you play it. Everybody gets around the table. Everybody has to have a straight face, no laughing, not even a smirk, not even a smile. And then everybody can start talking. And if you get the other person to laugh, you win. So ultimately the winner is the one at the end who hasn't laughed. And I'm telling you, the craziest things you'll ever imagine will come out of your children's mouth to get each other to laugh. Well, those are a few of the games that we play in our family. So I hope you have some fun. Have fun at dinner tonight, and good luck with the goal game. It's a real eye-opener for you.